Well, there's one specific moment that is the reason behind my entire why for the career, for my passion, for just my optimism, I guess, in general, too. I'm always seeing the silver, the silver lining, the positive side of things, glass half full. And it happened in Jonesboro because of Jonesboro. So when we moved here, I was born in Mexico. We were in Texas for, a few months, Oklahoma for a few months, and then we came here. We had some family. We were following around, trying to find jobs, my parents were trying to find a good community to live in, work in, and raise me in. And we moved into some apartment complexes right in front of the Montessori school over on Nettleton that have been redone recently. They're all white now, with a black roof, I believe. But it's over there on Nettleton. We moved in. We had nothing. We had a TV. We had a mattress on the couch. We had some paper plates and cups. That was pretty much it. And we were watching Scooby Doo one night, my favorite show at the time, still a great show, still going. And I was happy. I was a kid with my parents. I didn't really know anything about our situation. We were just had a mattress on the floor with a TV on the floor, but I had my family, and we were having a good time watching TV. So I was happy. Then we heard a knock on the door, which scared my parents because we don't know anybody. We literally just moved in. And, we weren't sure how people were going to take us moving into the community. So we heard a knock on the door, and my dad got up and said, "Y'all stay here. I'm going to go look and see what's going on." I stood there. I was watching Scooby Doo. I was happy to stay there. He yelled for my mom to come over. And I hear a little bit of a commotion, and I hear my mom start to cry. And I hear my dad start to console her, and him start to tear up a little bit too. And I start to wonder what's going on. So I go outside. I go to the door. And at the door, there's pans, there's paper plates, there's towels, there's cups. There's everything you need to make a house a home, and not a single person there. Nobody there to claim who gave this to us. Just a bunch of resources set there at our door to help us get started in our life. And so that day, once we got all that stuff, I remember it being like a Disney movie where just like some music playing in the background and us taking all that stuff in, putting it up in the cupboards, like filling up the house with necessities and making that house our home, and just having like a montage of us putting everything up, seems like in my head, and then coming right back down to that mattress on the ground, and my parents having that sort of stress taken off their shoulders that we can make it and that we're accepted, and nobody to claim it. There was no one for us to thank. It was that butterfly effect to where whoever did that or the group that did that changed me forever, because now I saw that you can make that effect on somebody and have that, as a kid, that shaped my opinion on Jonesboro, on people in general, on helping people out without, needing for a thank you. And that was a pivotal moment in my life that allowed me to be this person that I am, along with my parents raising me. And so I always think back to that moment and want to be that change for somebody else because somebody was that change for us.